Hi everybody, Dan Illman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING. Get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator exclusively on DRF Bets. Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF race of the day for Thursday, April the 21st, race number 7 at Keeneland. We're going 1 mile and a 16th on the main track with the short stretch. Maiden special weight for fillies and mares, some very well-bred horses. Let's take a look at this field. $100,000 is the purse. Remember to view those free Formulator past performances on the Race of the Day event page at DRF.com. Once you've taken a peek, you can handicap along with us, and you can play this race and the entire Keeneland card on Thursday with a DRF Bets account. Mike, some really nice horses in this race from a pedigree standpoint. Falconette, the number 9, earned a 79 Beyer speed figure in her career debut. She cost $250,000. She's by Uncle Mo. She's trained by Todd Pletcher, but she better break well from that tough post.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if she can. She certainly broke very alertly in her debut, so you feel like that's not supposed to be a problem for her in here, Dan. I guess the distance is not supposed to be a problem either. As you mentioned, a lot of really well-bred horses in here, but no real performance yet. Somebody's got to break through in here.
Maybe that horse will be the number 5, Mine for Passion. Taking a look at the time form US pace projector, Mine for Passion has shown speed in her prior starts. She is expected to make the lead, and she had to go very fast last time out when facing the boys. Maybe a little bit of class relief, maybe an easier pace scenario, and that shorter stretch could help.
Yeah, those things are all true. If you just go off of her most recent start, you certainly feel like she has the chance to do a lot better in here. If you go back 2 starts on her PPs, though, Dan, totally different situation. She got absolutely loose on a slow pace, and she couldn't hold on.
The number 1 is Tiffany's Mo, and Tiffany's Mo is another daughter of Uncle Mo, and I found it fascinating that she took all the money for her career debut. She was in against Falconette that day. Tiffany's Mo, trained by Dale Romans, was bet like she could run, and she really didn't run that day. She's a half-sister to a nice stakes winner in Maryland named Threes Over Deuces, who's earned over $500,000. Maybe stretching out will help her out, but I know they fancied her before the debut. I'm not sure she can run.
I wonder too. I guess we'll see what kind of price she is now, Dan. She is certainly bred to stretch out, so you don't feel like the added distance is going to be a problem for her. I don't know what to do with her debut. They rated her right from the start in there. They didn't even try to go forward with her. And then it almost, when you watch it back, like Rosario was just committed to never leaving the rail in that race. He just sat on the inside. He did have to steady a little bit at the top of the stretch. I don't know if she was going to run up until that happened, and she really didn't run after that happened. I don't know, Dan. I guess she could do a lot better in here, but I would never bet her if she takes a lot of money again.
Trainer Ken McPeak does very well with maidens adding or removing Lasix. And the number 2, Silver Leaf, is going to get Lasix for the first time in start number 3. Now, this horse showed good speed in her career debut, going 2 turns over a synthetic surface. They ran her on dirt in the Falconette Tiffany's Mo race last time out, and I thought she ran okay, Mike. She was out sprinted early down towards the inside, and she got off the rail turning into the stretch, and she ran on late. I think there's some promise here.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. And they tried a totally different running style with her. And there, you mentioned that, she made the lead in her route debut on the Tapeta surface. That was a super, super slow pace, though. Last time, they just rated the break with her, took her all the way back, and she rallied a little bit for third. I thought that was an okay performance and a step in the right direction.
The 3 is Fine Cotton, and maybe she'll appreciate stretching out for the first time in her career. This is going to be her 8th lifetime start. She is by the great stallion Curlin, but in her first 7 races, none of them have really inspired confidence that she could handle a field like this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see how you could really make a strong case for her. She has a little bit of pedigree on her side. They paid a lot of money for her, but so far, based on what she's done on the track, she just can't run.
Joan Zine has been competing recently on synthetic surfaces at Turfway. She was 3rd last time out in a maiden claiming race, a race in which it looked like there was some pace for her to run at. She briefly got into 2nd, and she flattened out. Her dam was a Group 1 winner going long on turf. This one is yet to live up to the pedigree and is hiking back up into the special weight ranks.
Yeah, switching back to dirt for this too. They've run around dirt before. They're all very slow performances. The step up in class feels like it's even in a weak field like this one so far, Dan. It feels like it really works against her.
You've talked a little bit already about the number 5 Mind for Passion. Had an easy trip on the lead 2 starts back when earning a very respectable Beyer speed figure. And then last time out against males, just had to go way too fast in that race. She's a half sister to a multiple stakes winner on turf named Soul Driver. She's bred to run well at these distances. It's really all about, can she get to an easy lead?
Yeah, that's probably going to be key for her. I mean, I guess it's also a little bit about, which one of those last 2 races do you feel like sort of, lays things out for her? What kind of horse is she, Dan? I guess it's probably somewhere in between those two. I don't know. I just, I don't care about her last race so much. The race 2 back, I thought that was a really, really disappointing loss. She's probably going to get bet off of that 78 Beyer she earned there. And if she's one of the favorites in here, I want no part of her.
One of the more interesting horses in the race is the number 6, Unbridled D'Oro. This is a filly by Medaglia D'Oro out of Grade 1 stakes winning sprinter Unbridled Forever. But Unbridled Forever was not just a sprinter. She also placed in races like the Kentucky Oaks as well. This horse missed a lot of time, returned earlier this year for Dallas Stewart, has had 2 sprints to tighten her up, now gets blinkers stretching out. I have a feeling she's going to appreciate this distance.
Yeah, I feel that way too. I'm happy to see them stretch her out third off the layoff, and we'll see if it makes any difference. She didn't run great in those first 2 starts for Dallas Stewart, but she didn't run terrible, Dan. And boy, were those, they felt like really strong maiden special weight races when you watch them. The winners of both of those races were really impressive. So it just feels like maybe Unbridled D'Oro caught the wrong fields in her first 2 starts off the layoff. I like them stretching them back out. The only time they went long with her at Gulfstream early in 2021. She didn't run well in there, but man, did she have a brutal trip after getting bumped at the start.
The 7 is Tis American, a filly with a big pedigree, primarily a turf pedigree. She is by American Pharaoh, and she is a half-sister to a Grade 1 stakes winner on turf named American Patriot, but she's also kin to a stakes winner on dirt, and her one and only dirt race was an off-turf event at Tampa Bay as a February 3-year-old, and she ran a competitive Beyer as a February 3-year-old, a 70, and she was 4 wide every step that day.
Yeah, and it was going a mile and an eighth too, and only her second start very early in her career. That's not a bad performance at all. It's unfortunate that she missed so much time after that race. She's gotten her prep off the layoff now. Now they're actually entered for dirt this time, so maybe that's a good sign.
Friendship Road goes out for Shug McGahee. This is a daughter of Quality Road and a half-sister to Olympiad, who is blossoming as one of the better handicap horses in the country for trainer Bill Mott. Friendship Road's trained by Shug McGahee, and she'll be making her 3rd start of the form cycle. She chased a very sharp odds-on winner at Gulfstream. Let's watch that race last time out. This horse on the lead, Missy Greer, just shook loose. Friendship Road was chasing 3 wide, 4 path on the backstretch, and she never stops trying. She runs well for second. She just caught a hot horse.
Yeah, had no chance with this winner in here who just, had too much speed for her. I mean, she's not doing, a ton here in the stretch stand. She's just sort of forging on here. It is going to be clearly second best. It was definitely a step in the right direction for her. I mean, in her first 2 starts, she did absolutely nothing. 1 on dirt and 1 on turf. She did run better last time.
Falconette completes the field. Todd Pletcher does very, very well with second-time starters on dirt, stretching out in distance. Just click on his name in your free Formulator past performances. You could take a look at that stat as well as plenty of others. This horse, as you mentioned, Mike, broke like a shot in her debut run at Gulfstream and then opted for a good trip, prompting the pace 3 wide. Now, she came under pressure on the turn, and as they turn into the stretch, Falconette still has a little bit of work to do, but you had a feeling she was going to go by this gray filly on the lead, who's hanging on her left lead. Falconette never got by.
Yeah, in some ways it's disappointing, Dan. I mean, she really had dead aim on this horse all through the stretch, and she just can't quite get up there to get past her at the end. I don't want to say that she hung, but it certainly felt like a race she could have won, and she just failed to get by for whatever reason. She earned a solid figure for the race. If she improves on it at all, you don't feel like the distance is necessarily going to get her beat. I guess she's the horse to beat in here. I don't know if I would take too short a price on her, but she's probably the horse to beat.
I think she's the horse to beat. She was debuting at 7/8, and while it was somewhat disappointing she didn't get by that other horse had an experience edge on Falconette, who is a daughter of Uncle Mo out of Grade 1 stakes winner Bird on the Wire. Before we get to our top picks, remember to click on that subscribe button when you head on over to the Daily Racing Form YouTube channel. You'll have access to all of our DRF TV offerings, Race of the Day, stakes previews, the Timeform US podcasts with Craig Milkowski, David Aragona, and lots more. Top pick time for the Thursday race of the day. Mike, you're going with Unbridled Dioro to live up to that pedigree, stretching out third start of the form cycle.
Yeah, I didn't trust anyone enough to take a short price on him in here, Dan. So I just sort of wanted to look for the alternative. I feel like she's the only one on Bradley. She's the only one I could take a little bit of a shot with and just hope that she handles this stretch out and distance and gets a trip.
Don't love the price that Falconette is likely to be based on that debut buyer, based on the connections. Do like how that pace projector plays out. Think she'll be sitting a comfortable trip off a horse, the 5, Mine for Passion, that still has a lot to prove from a quality standpoint. She'll be getting the jump on these, turning into the stretch. 9287 for me, 6192 for Mike. It's your DRF race of the day for Thursday, the 7th at Keeneland.